It is 6:48. This is your morning in 8 minutes. Well, gas prices hitting another all-time high this morning nationally at $4.48 a gallon. Here's a look at what we're paying right now in Knoxville, about $4.20 a gallon. The state average is a cent lower, the national average much higher. And your morning bowl of cereal getting a little pricier. Whether you're looking at massive retailers like Walmart and Target or grocery stores like Publix, they're all having to raise their prices.
Prices will continue to rise. I think the best we can hope for at this point is that they rise a little less slowly than they have been lately.
Well, depending on the retailer, prices are up about 20 to 30 cents this month alone.
And today, the Knox County Commission will be working on the budget. Mayor Glenn Jacobs proposing a raise for teachers and school staff. He also wants to improve county roads and parks. It does not include a tax increase. Things get started at 2 o'clock this afternoon with a Finance Committee meeting, followed by a public hearing at 3:30 and the Commission's monthly work session at 5. All three meetings are happening at the City County building. And tomorrow, City Council will vote on increasing your taxes if you live within Knoxville city limits.
The proposed $434.1 million budget includes a 20% property tax increase. Also on the agenda, council members will discuss authorization to apply for a $4.3 million grant to buy 4 electric buses. That meeting starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Around East Tennessee, one person is dead after a crash in North Knoxville. Police say a car crossed the center line and hit a motorcycle head on. It all happened on Bruin Road on Sunday night. The driver of the motorcycle died on the scene. The driver of the car drove off, but police later arrested them.
This morning, police are trying to figure out why a man ran onto I-40. Officers say a tractor trailer hit and killed him. It happened on I-40 East near the paper mill exit Friday afternoon. And this morning, we're learning that a bystander saved a person trapped inside a burning car Friday night.
This happened in Morristown. Emergency crews say when they got there, someone had already pulled the driver out. The car was on fire, setting the woods around it on fire as well. EMS says while they were treating the driver, the car's fuel tank burst and caught on fire, blocking their path. Crews eventually put out the flames with an extinguisher. LifeStar took the driver to UT Medical Center.
This morning, we're learning the second teen accused of murdering a 16-year-old Austin East student last year will be tried as an adult. 16-year-old Stanley Freeman Jr. died on February 12th. A report from Knoxville police state that 15-year-old Rashawn Jordan and 17-year-old DeAndre Davis fired several shots near Tarleton Avenue. One hit Freeman Jr. while he was leaving school in his car. And Judge Tim Irwin ruled Friday that Davis will be tried as an adult for Freeman's death. In February, the judge decided 15-year-old Jordan will also be tried as an adult, saying the state could not rehabilitate him. And this morning, a 19-year-old in Knoxville is facing aggravated assault and robbery charges after police spent hours negotiating with him to surrender. It happened on Saturday. Police say they showed up to a home on South Castle Street to arrest Dathan Remy.
And they say he refused to come out, spent hours negotiating with him. They say the charges stem from an incident at the home on Friday night. And around the nation, President Biden will travel to Buffalo, New York tomorrow to meet with the families who lost loved ones and in the attack on a Buffalo supermarket. The U.S. Justice Department says their investigation into the shooting is still underway. 10 people died, 3 are hurt.
We continue to investigate this case as a hate crime, a federal hate crime, and as a crime perpetrated by a racially motivated violent extremist.
First Lady Jill Biden will join the president on tomorrow's trip.
In California, deputies say church members hog-tied a gunman who opened fire on a church luncheon. Police say they tied his legs with an extension cord and took 2 of his guns.
That group of churchgoers displayed what we believe is exceptional heroism and bravery in intervening to stop the suspect. They undoubtedly prevented additional injuries and fatalities.
1 person died in the shooting, 4 others are critically hurt.
Around Tennessee, people in Nashville remembering the life of Naomi Judd. The Ryman Auditorium hosting a celebration of life for the country music legend yesterday. Several performers played and hundreds of fans turned out to pay their respects. As part of the Judds, the duo she formed with her daughter Winona, Naomi won 5 Grammys and charted 14 #1 hits.
We've got a recall alert for you. The candy company that makes Skittles, Starburst, and Lifesavers recalling a variety of the gummy versions of the candies. Mars Wrigley announced the voluntary recall because there could be very thin metal strands embedded in the gummies or loose in the bag. No illnesses have been reported. If you have these, don't eat them, throw them away, or take them back for a full refund.
And around East Tennessee, Anders Albertson donning the orange jacket this year at the Visit Knoxville Open. The winner sat down with our Rick Russo after his final round.
No, it's still sinking in. Just so happy and thankful for a great week, and obviously to cap off here on 18 like that was really special. So yeah, just looking forward to celebrating and having some time off.
Albertson sinking a birdie putt to win, finishing 20 under par.
Well, the inaugural season for One Knox SC officially kicked off Saturday. A big crowd as Knoxville welcomed in Asheville City FC, but One Knox falls in their debut 2-1.
And a brand new zoo baby from a species you've probably never heard of is at the Nashville Zoo. This is a spotted Phaneroca. Look at that little face. The first of its kind to be born in the U.S. The species is a lesser-known small carnivore from Madagascar.
And did you see the lunar eclipse last night? WVLT photojournalist Amy Fowler captured this view. The eclipse got started just before 10:30, ended a few hours later. Lunar eclipses typically happen a couple times each year. The next one will be in November.
It is 6:54. We do want to get to Whitney Turner. She's got our first alert traffic.
Getting out the door on this Monday morning, you are on time, but there are a couple of roadwork events taking place today that could slow you down. First off, in Campbell County, I-75 northbound down to one lane starting around 8 o'clock this morning. This is as crews continue that repair work from last month's rock slide. That work is expected to go until 5 o'clock today between Stinking Creek Road and Rarity Mountain. So you could see some delays heading north through there. Then in Blount County, they're installing some storm drainage on Alcoa Highway. This is just north of Lamar Alexander. That work is taking place from 9 to 3 today through Thursday.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
6:55 now. Looking ahead to that kind of pitiful rainfall today. Again, it's more scattered sprinkles at best from this front that's passing today, and that's where you see these streaks of a little bit better measurable rainfall kind of sliding up into the mountains with the isolated spikes of about a half an inch at the mountain tops. So because the front is so weak, there's not a lot of rain with it, but at least that does take us from humid this morning to a little humid midday to hopefully putting a smile on your face this afternoon, and that muggy cast, improving conditions to nice and pleasant this afternoon. So first we got to get through this muggy morning with the clouds, and again these pop-up showers and isolated rumbles of thunder. Right now we got a shower that's just moved over I-40 in Cocke County after a couple sprinkles through Knox to severe. Got a couple spots of rain right now at the Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia corner of our area with some layers of clouds. Even this shows you some sun peeking through. Obviously, like I said, the front's not that impressive on the rainfall part, but we are still on the warm, humid side. 59 Jamestown to 62 Tazewell, 65 right now in Knoxville. So we're going to try to wipe that out. The clouds, the humidity, all that goes away the second half of the day. That leaves us at 74 at noon with those last couple of pockets of rain in the Smokies. Sunshine, less humid, still warm at 81 this afternoon, and then upper 60s at 9 o'clock. Faster cool down thanks to that lower humidity. So tonight can be a little bit more refreshing. Looking at your first alert 8-day planner. Again, the heat is what builds up this week because this front isn't that impressive. That does let us just make a run at 90 with a few storms Thursday, a better coverage late Saturday. That's when we actually have a stronger front that can take us from 90 to a seasonable upper 70s. So talk about some big ups and downs in the temperatures and of course rain chances this week.
We're going to be pleading for those 70s once we get to the 90s.
Says the guy who was begging for triple digits.
I know, that's how I function, okay? 6:56, we're headed to WBXX.